You gonna help me draw tonight? This is called Drawing with Cats. Aren't you a kitty cat? Woof. Violet's here. Hey, Miss Violet. You gonna... Oh, no, that's not Violet. That's Mama Shadow. My bunny rabbit. Come on, bunny rabbit. Jump it up. Up, up, up. Okay. Shaking that head because she got some goop in her ears. It's the humidity from North Carolina. Well, tonight I'm going to do another cartoon doodle. And let me stick this into the holder with one minor adjustment. I do like the vertical format. I've changed my mind about it. I think vertical is pretty cool. And because I'm doing a time-lapse filming of this video, I also get a horizontal landscape version on my iPad. So here we go. So tonight's doodle, I've already decided I want to do some kind of doodle where a soccer player is laying on the field, pretending to be in great pain, holding his knee or something, while the referee is standing above him with a megaphone. And he's there's going to be a word balloon for him. And okay, so let's just get right into it, okay? So my words will be below this. Okay, that's pretty good. That's close enough. Woohoo! Off to a rip-roaring start. Yes. So now, let's see. My player, let's just have some kind of blob. Yeah, you know, when you're just kind of winging it, there's a lot can go wrong. More can go wrong than right when you're just winging it. which is pretty much all I ever do. So the chances of something going wrong are much greater for somebody like myself. I liked how in the 1970s and 80s when I grew up, we wore wristbands a lot. So I'm going to give this soccer player wristbands. Just as a throwback kind of a thing. So if that's his, one thing that I've learned over the years is not to draw too much detail, because inking, to me, inking is the fun part of creation, of doing cartoons. So I like to be really loosey-goosey. Like, hardly never do I do too much detail. Just enough so that I know where things are. So I've already run out of space here, unfortunately. So now I've got to try to squeeze the referee into this space. Once again, try as I might, I cannot seem to stay within the confines of the page. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Who taught you those new tricks? Well, I wouldn't start that talk. Life is one big question when you're staring at the bleep. Anybody out there, if there's anybody watching, check out the new Sublime album this summer by Bradley Nowell's son, Jacob, who joined the band in 2024. It's pretty tight, man, for a band that's been defunct for over 30 years. They kind of knocked one out of the park with a new album. It's quite an accomplishment, actually. All right, so I got to fit the ref in here somewhere. I wanted to do a simple ref that's wearing all black or something, so Oh, Lord. I'm pretty one track when it comes to my music listening, at least when I'm drawing. I'm trying to, for the sake of YouTube, trying to listen to music that is public domain, where there's no copyright issues. So this is a live show here from the original Sublime, but it was one that was like basically a bootleg. So if I'm not listening to Sublime, I'm listening to Tom Waits or Bob Dylan. Really kind of boring in my old age. But, you know, if you got something you like it, you know. So, yeah, I don't know how I got sweat stains on here, but let me see something here. I'm going to ink this one, but I might do another one right in the same session where I can squeeze things in better here. So, let's see what happens. I always found something sort of exhilarating about drawing circles freehand. It's like a cheap thrill. I don't know what it is. It's like, okay, you know. I've seen artists draw like literally perfect circles. Like my circles are not perfect. But I've seen artists that can do it. And it's like, whoa, dude. What the hey-ho, yo? Serious talent. Notice that I chose to do the circle and the ball in Sharpie, but I'm gonna do the rest in ink. When you work with ink, I think it's interesting. There's something about it that will force you into being economical with your line choices. Um, I should say when you get older as an artist, maybe, because when I was younger, I would definitely screw the pooch a lot. When it came to inking, I would overcomplicate. But when you work with brush, you realize, hey man, I don't need to get all feathery. I just need to have bold, simple lines, steady strokes, done with, like, I think it makes you more conscious in the moment. Right, Wolfie? Oh, that's Shadow. Hey, Shadow, what's up? She said, I'm not going to wait for you all day. She wants some loving. Sometimes you gotta turn the paper, turn that paper. I almost cussed. I'm trying not to cuss, just in case. All we really need in most artwork is the suggestion of something, because human imagination will fill in the rest. So it doesn't even really need to be that accurate. In fact, the less accurate it is, sometimes the better. If it's too accurate, then you're setting yourself up to be judged, because then somebody will say, well, it's not perfect. But if you don't try to make it perfect, then people are like, oh, I get this. This is just, basically, we're just being more impressionistic, and therefore they accept that version of the reality you are presenting them. But if you try to be too photorealistic perfect, nope, you'll be judged. Harshly. Rightly so. You should go to hell, I think, personally. If you even try to be perfect, hell is the only place for you. YouTube will automatically select certain segments to use in their 1-minute preview, and I think that would be a good choice, the part where I'm talking about people that are trying to be perfect going to hell. Because that's where you belong. That's where you belong. You're probably already in hell because you've already realized that you can't ever be satisfied or please yourself. So I should probably just be praying for perfectionists. If I had a shotgun, know what I'd do? Point that shit straight at the sky, shoot heaven on down for you. One of my favorite all-time lyrics. It's just something edgy and yet romantic all at the same time about that. You know what? I'm gonna ink the face. that shit stuck under my shoe. Oh, referees have whistles, don't they? I need to put the whistle in here. Why did I change my voice to talk about the whistle? I don't know. Let's put the whistle in. Let's put the whistle in. Let's put... I was sleeping by myself at night is when I wrote this tune. Well, I often talk about cartooning and aesthetics and what makes for a good drawing, but that doesn't mean that I am myself that great at it. I know in my mind what would be ideal and what I like or what I think is the best approach for certain kinds of cartoons. But it all comes down to execution, and I've never been the type of artist who can always execute on demand. Like, you know, when I'm doing these YouTube videos, I'm not spending too much time on the penciling part. And in fact, if you started out watching this when I first started, you'll see exactly how sparse I was with just a couple chicken scratch lines just to kind of guide me where I should go. But I like to jump right into the ink. Inking is where you can make it or break it. And I wish I'd made the megaphone lines a little bit heavier. So let's do that. Now that I'm talking about it. Okay. Alright, I need water. Water! Not for me. For my brush. The brush. Water for the brush. The brush. Dirty water. Here I come. Dirty water. Yum, yum, yum. Dirty water. Wash it off. Dirty water. Please don't scoff. It's all I have to wash my brush. Wash the brush before it turns to crust. Wash the brush before it starts to rust. Wash that dirty brush. Dirty water. You know, I don't know. I feel sorry for people who don't understand how easy it is to actually create. If you just open yourself up to those receptive molecules that we all have and all possess, you know, channel your inner clown, your inner drama queen, whatever it is, either of those things can really open doorways. So, is there enough ink in this puppy? Oh, hold it. Praise the Lord. That one's a little used and abused. That was pretty good. Where's my buddy Wolf? Wolfie, where you been tonight, buddy? I haven't drawn up here for so long. I think he's trying to get his bearings back. I did a doodle last night in the drawing board downstairs so I could enjoy the air conditioning. But we just had some rain showers pass through, so it ever so slightly cooled down what's been a really blazing week here in North Carolina. So I got the window open and I got a little oscillating fan on here in the attic studio. I've got a whole slate of FIFA World Cup cartoons lined up for this week. Been watching a lot of soccer, and nothing too original as far as concepts, but I'm going to follow through. So every night this week, leading into the semi-final round, I'll be sitting at this board or the board downstairs to bust out some relevant cartoons. They all pertain to, I mean, most humor is rooted in observation. You know, it's observational humor, social commentary. And I'm not like normally a soccer fan, but I've been really enjoying this World Cup 2026. I think because so many underdogs have come through with upset victories over teams that were supposed to move on. I don't know. So what does that even mean? I mean, and how large of a part does FanDuel play in who advances and who doesn't? I don't trust any sports anymore in this age of, well, it's an age of deception, isn't it? But it's especially an age of greed. And so greed, unfortunately, finds a way to corrupt just about everything, including our beloved sporting events. And we've seen it in American football. Has been virtually ruined by DraftKings and FanDuel and all this crap. Not only is it humiliating, I think, you know, on some level, but look at these sellout announcers that are now like obligated to talk about sports betting. Bear in mind that they crucified one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Pete Rose was crucified for sports betting. And now these hypocrites are absolutely forcing sports betting down everybody's throats. It's sickening. I mean, at what point are they going to just reverse their decision about Pete Rose and say, oh yeah, well, he was actually ahead of his time. There was nothing shady about him betting on teams that he was coaching, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's got to happen, right? Or else they're going to be truly called out for the hypocrites they are by people other than myself. Leaves a bad taste in your mouth is what it does. But I've still been enjoying these matches. You know, Egypt, whew, what a heartbreaker today. They were so close to one of the greatest upsets of all time. And then, Argentina came roaring back. I mean, roaring back. 3 quick goals after 79 minutes. And they won it in regulation. It didn't even have to go into extra time. It's kind of ridiculous, actually, but... So it makes me wonder, like, were these sports betting apps encouraging people to, at halftime, place additional bets that, oh yeah, Egypt has got this locked up. It's a surefire win, buddy. Go ahead, empty your bank account. Meanwhile, but if you actually watch the games and how they play out, you can't fake these goals, okay? That's the one thing you can't fake. But you can absolutely change the tonality of the game through refereeing and all this VAR bullshit. Oh my God, it's so ticky-tacky. I long for the days when you could just make contact with everybody, including the goaltender. We gotta protect the goaltender. Is he not flesh and blood like the rest of these dudes? It's ridiculous. So where I screwed up is I should have had this main player here further down so we could have seen more of the body of the ref. But what if this is just a quickie? These are all quickies. Smoke 2 joints in time of peace, 2 in time of war. Smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. I was blessed with a father who was an architect who just recently retired at the age of 88. And he has still amazing print. And he's left-handed. And I'm right-handed, but he taught me how to print when I was a kid. And so I've developed a shorthand style of, I mean, if you were like a real cartoonist, you would draw straight lines across the damn board, and you'd very meticulously spend all this time lettering before you even inked the letters, you know. But anyway, I ain't doing all that. Are you crazy? Life is too short, man. Give me my damn. Where's my whiteout? I guess I'm all out of whiteout. Boy, I paid a lot of money for these white pens. I sure hope they haven't all dried out by being in my attic. They might all be dead. I'm gonna have to take them downstairs. Keep forgetting how hot it gets up here. Oh well. What's up, Beast? Who's jumping around? Yeah, I don't normally erase everything, but in this case, some of my lines were so far off where I actually inked that it becomes a distraction. So it's best to and it gives me a chance to use this high dollar eraser. racing music. We all need good music to a race, I think. Just kidding, actually. This ain't Hitler's master plan! I'm a triple rectified ass son of a bitch. Rag tie on my ass and it makes me itch. I can see for miles and miles and miles. Oh! Can I get some feedback, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! There's like 20 people in the bar, totally oblivious. Well, some of them probably knew at the time how awesome Sublime was. So they weren't shocked when Sublime hit platinum record superstar status after Bradley Knowles' heroin overdose that took him off the planet. But geez Louise. Gotta wonder if it's true about people selling their soul for fame. Maybe he sold a piece of himself for some kind of, I don't know, place in history. Where's that wolf? Wolf? Where's my buddy Wolfie? Alright, I think I'm done with this experiment. It's a shame that my iPad couldn't capture the whole piece of paper, but I think my iPhone, which is what I'm streaming on, did. So anyway, the gag is, let me pause this music. So the idea I had was, I don't know, man, if I was a coach, if I was a soccer coach, or any sporting events coach, because there are players in hockey and football, they all try this faking bullshit where they pretend to be injured, but all it really does is make them look like deceivers, the deceivers that they are. It just, I don't know, there's something... It's just not something, if I were a coach, I would be anti-faking. I would be like, dudes, you were like off the team if I ever catch you faking an injury. Because first of all, who wants to have to deal with boy who cried wolf syndrome? If I'm coaching a team and one of my players actually goes down, I want to know it's legit so I can rush out on the field or call for medical assistance or whatever. I don't want to have to play these guessing games like, oh, is he just faking it this time to try to get a yellow card or a red card or whatever? Bullshit. Quit faking it, dudes. It's just, it's so girly of you. There's nothing manly about it. I'd be embarrassed if I had teammates that were faking injury all the time. So anyway, I'm watching these games and they all want to, it's just amazing to me how many players play this faking injury bullshit game. So the thought crossed my mind, well, maybe if the refs were cool, Yeah, not that they'll ever be. But if there were some really cool, like progressive referees, they could sort of encourage players to not fake injury by shaming them or humiliating them on the field. And maybe this would be some way that soccer and other sports could rise above these horrendous practices that are currently plaguing all of sports. There's only a couple sports where you don't see athletes fake injury. One of them is tennis. And what's great about that is because you can't afford to fake injury when it's one-on-one. Like, what are you going to do? If you fake injury, you could lose the match because they're going to be like, well, are you really hurt? Because if you're actually hurt, guess what? Game over, dude. You just lost. You just forfeited, right? And boxing is the other one. I mean, sure, boxers take dives, but you don't generally see boxers like crying in the corner between bells, you know. Bing! Round over. The fighter goes back to his corner. He hit me so hard. He hit me so hard. It hurt. Papa, it hurt. Cut me a break. So the joke is, the player's down holding his knee. When refs start shaming players who fake injury, the referee with his mega horn blares, "Are there any mommies in the stadium?" Because maybe some maternal instinct woman could come down and wipe the crocodile tears off this guy's cheek, give him a big hug, and help him limp back to the bench, where he immediately miraculously recovers from whatever injury he was suffering from, right? I don't see these fake injuries occurring as much in women's sports. I know it happens in women's soccer too, but it just doesn't seem to be as prevalent. So anyway, that's tonight's cartoon. FIFA World Cup 2026. Doodle! Doodly 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 doo! So I'm going to take the phone out of its holder so you can see that I've also been doing this time-lapse video. I use a program called Stop Motion Studio. I love it. And it enables you to set various parameters such as the quality of the imagery up to 4K. I'm using 2K tonight, which is, it's half of 4K if I know my math, and I'm not a mathematician, so. But anyway, yeah, I regret that I didn't have this main figure lower in the frame. There was certainly plenty of space right here. And then I could have had the ref maybe a little bit offset that way, and we would have seen more of the ref's body. But hey, man, it's a quickie, and it's only been 56 minutes, I think, since I actually sat down with a blank piece of paper. Let's go find Wolfie. Where's the wolf? Woof, woof. Oops, I lost signal for a second. They need to be closer to the window, apparently. Yeah, so we got some rain tonight. I'm pretty excited about that. You can see a little bit of rain reflecting off of the solar panels out there. Yep, there she blows. These are bifacial solar panels. They harvest the sun's rays from both sides. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and I don't know where Wolfie is. I imagine there's a little mini porch yonder. But all this is powered by solar, by the way. Everything up here, including the cup. There's the wolf! Where were you? You lost your voice. Talk it up, buddy. Why'd you lose your voice? You didn't drink enough water today? Wolfie, wouldn't you talk it up? Talk it up. Wolf, come on. You're going to talk it up. Look at you, look at you. Ooh, see that tail? You're so funny, Talk it up. Good boy. Jump it up, Wolf. Come on, let's look out the window. It's one of your favorite spots. Gotta get your voice back. Water, Wolf. Gotta drink it up, buddy. Wolfie is now 8 years old. He was born in 2018. Woof.
Talk it up. Say goodnight. Woof. Say goodnight. Say goodnight, Wolfie. Come on, say goodnight. Woof. Woof. Talk it up. Say goodnight. Wolfie. Come on, buddy. Say goodnight, Wolfie. Say goodnight. Say goodnight, Wolfie. Say goodnight. Where's your voice? Say goodnight. Come on, say goodnight, please. 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 Say goodnight. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. Say goodnight, Wolfie. Come on. Wolf, you're so close. You were so close. You wanted to. Wolfie, you were so close. Come on, buddy. I'm not leaving till we say goodnight. Wolfie. Say goodnight, Wolf. Say goodnight. Come on. Talk it out. Nope. He's lost his voice. This boy lost his voice. Gotta drink some waters. Okay. We're gonna go, Wolf. Okay, buddy? All right, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow night, and the next night, and the next night, and the next night for some more FIFA World Cup 2026 cartoon time-lapse doodly-doo.